Howdy, 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 everyone. My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome. This is 3 Buck Theater, and it is March 26th, 2020. I'm now officially 38 years old. I'm going to keep saying that for the whole day today. It's a weird thing to celebrate your birthday and not be able to go to the movies. I love going to the movies. I do. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I can't wait for my kids to get old enough to be able to share that experience with them. Right now, we have Disney Plus, and we are watching Toy Stories left and right. I watched Onward this morning. Absolutely loved it, but it's not the same as going to the theater. And right now, with this whole Bud Light situation, we don't know when things are going to get back to normal in regards to the cinemas. In fact, this is kind of a big deal here with Matrix 4, Shang-Chi, and the Batman all being delayed right now. We don't know when these movies are going to be coming out. And quite frankly, Variety's been talking about it, and this is their article here, saying Hollywood's biggest movies are stuck in limbo as start dates remain uncertain. And again, with everything going on and them saying that this is going to be about a year and a half scenario until a vaccine is made, we don't know when these particular films are going to come out. Are they going to be able to hit their 2021 release date? Are films coming, but with everything being pushed back, that is going to be releasing in the summer movie season this year. I mean, look, and I said this and I mean this, it's effectively been canceled, right? The summer movie season has effectively been canceled. For some reason, people are still trying to argue that with me, like in the comments of that video. But really, it's been canceled and it's being moved and it's being kind of put out everywhere. So if these movies are going to be delayed and not released in 2021, it actually gives other movies more time to come out. So that could actually be like the only real silver lining right here. But this is what it says. The cameras may have stopped rolling 2 weeks ago, but Hollywood's headaches only stand to intensify in the coming weeks and months as the industry tentatively looks ahead to the day when studios will be back in business. And as a side note to that, as I've said before, and I will continue to say this because I do believe in it heavily, there are 120,000 entertainment industry jobs that are currently gone right now. 120,000 people working in the industry are without work, without a job, without a safety net, without anything. And that, unfortunately, is not going to end anytime soon, which is why I fully support anything we can do to get this stuff back on track, because I do care about the workers quite a bit. I care about the people who make these movies. You may not like an actor or a blue check mark on Twitter for some of the dumb takes that they have or some of the stupid things that they say, but they are not the whole of making a movie. Most people who work on movies, they just want to do a job. They love what they do, and they are very pleased to be able to do it. And they are now absolutely in limbo. And many of them don't make the funds that actors make, or, to be able to fall back on for a long period of time. Oh no, Jennifer Lawrence can't work, but she made $27 million for starring in the last X-Men movie or something along those lines, right? She can sit there and wait. But the guy who held the boom mic for her in her death scene in Dark Phoenix doesn't have that kind of money, and that boom operator is now out of work. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I talk about with these things. That's why it's a bigger issue than just, oh, when are the movies going to come out? When are we going to get the thing we want? I'm thinking, yeah, when are we going to get the entertainment that we want because we want it? But also, when are these people that are hardworking, dedicated to their craft, going to be able to get back to work and still work on the stuff and be able to feed their families? And that's my major concern on that. Anyway, it says here, from the Matrix 4 to Shang-Chi, the Bud Light pandemic has ground production to a standstill, leaving many of the teams behind the biggest blockbusters uncertain when they will be able to call action again. Sources tell Variety that most studios are letting talent and their reps know that at this point they do not expect the stalled productions to get back underway until mid-May at the earliest. When most of these shutdowns were first announced, studios hinted that it was possible that people could go back to work in April, but even May could be overly optimistic. The pandemic is not expected to reach its peak in major production hubs like New York until the end of April, and that is going to be an issue. That is going to be a major issue. People in New York are going to have a tough time, and they are going to be delaying this for people's safety, which is the right call. It is. This quarantine situation is absolutely fundamentally, positively the right call. And I believe if people are calling for people to go back to work right now, before we've even hit the peak of this in this country, it's very selfish and it's very cowardly, because what you're going to do is put people in danger and ultimately cost lives. And that is not something anybody wants, especially not for a stock portfolio, especially not for money. And that's just the truth of the situation. It's entirely not even up for debate. Sorry. Anyway, it says studios won't be able to go back to work until local governments lift the bans on gatherings of more than 10 people. a number that most sets routinely eclipse. That's true. One source believes that the first films to resume production will likely be ones that are shooting in the US, as the prospect of filming overseas presents too many logistical challenges given the global nature of the budlight virus. And look at things that are shooting in Prague right now. I think, where The Witcher season 2 is currently on hold because of this, and that's going to be delayed. And that sucks because I really love The Witcher season 1. Like, my God, it's amazing. But I'm okay with waiting because I want to make sure that everyone working on that show, from the creatives to the crew, absolutely get themselves in a place of safety versus convenience or versus profit. That's where I'm at. Now, it goes on to say here that studios are focused entirely on ensuring the safety of their cast and crews. They're also trying to figure out how to accommodate talent that had lined up other productions in coming months. Right now, the expectation is that in-demand actors like Chris Pratt or Dwayne Johnson will be able to convince forthcoming productions to move their start dates into the future so they can finish shooting. Individuals in supporting roles who have larger parts in upcoming productions will likely have to drop out, and insiders say studio executives are already checking in on the availability of other actors who can serve as possible replacements. So think about that, right? So the big actors, the AAA actors like Chris Pratt, like Dwayne Johnson, like Ryan Reynolds, they can sit there and say, oh, well, we can talk to these producers and get these things moved back from other projects in order to accommodate the films we're currently on, which is the right call, by the way. But if you're not one of those big actors, you're going to lose out on jobs. You're going to lose out on money. You're going to lose out on exposure. You're going to lose out, most importantly, on roles. And that is why this is a big issue. That is why this is the problem. That is why, these movies being delayed is something we're talking about and how long it's going to take. So unfortunately, right now, nothing is certain. Nothing is set in stone. We don't know what's going to happen in 2020. We don't know what's going to happen in 2021 and beyond. All we know is that people are trying to just figure things out. They're trying to see things through, and they're trying to put safety above all else. And that, my friends, is the entire point of all this. It's the best thing about it. And I look forward to your thoughts and your concerns and your opinions on this. Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys all later. If you made it this far, do me a solid, type Batman in the comment section so I know you guys made it. And let me know which movie in 2021 you hope still comes out. I want to hear that. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and peace out.